We are the Honeywell
Heroes. So don't forget, me and JP are back again with facial hair for episode 6. No guest, but here's the thing. We're still firing. We're rolling. No Limp Biscuit, but I like biscuits because I like snacks, and you know it. We're charged up like LA and in charge like a manager. I think you guys are going to love this like JP loves Matt Canada. Boom.
Oh, what? You gonna come up with Matt Canada at the end of your bars? Seriously?
Matt Canada. We love him, don't we?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. Everything was great up until that point.
Hey, it was a good ending. It was a little sarcastic thing, you know?
You could say at the end of his funeral when he's dead. But
Okay.
I
don't think you even want to talk about him then, do you?
No, and here's what I want to talk about right now, real quick before we divulge into anything we're doing right now. Tell us about your suit coat here. Is this from prom 2006? Oh, Lordy. Look at this, guys.
And I got the basketball shorts on. What's up?
Is that how? I don't know. I can't remember who you went to prom with senior year. But
actually, they need to see this better. I don't know. Who did I go to prom with? Ashley Stahl?
A Stahl. That's right. A Stahl.
I want you guys to see this. You got the sweater on underneath? You know what I'm talking about?
And you know he had the facial, the chest hair. That was definitely there. Yeah.
It's gotten worse because I shaved it over the years. It grows back dark.
Love it. So what made you decide to do that?
Because I really want to bring out my inner Charles Barkley.
CB.
I don't know what made me do this. I just thought it'd be good to have no shirt on for this episode. So I'm actually doing better already because I do got a jacket on. I was going to just sit here with no shirt, but...
I would just get, it's a good thing you're married.
Liz said, "Are you really going to not wear a shirt?" Like, she was like hinting, like, please don't do it. But I was like, you have to understand something. I do not care at all.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Man, dude,
honestly, I'm really trying to look professional. I got the necklace. I really look like I don't know what I look like.
You look like
I'm going out in Hawaii tonight or something.
Who do you look like?
Here we go. Do I look like the Undertaker?
Maybe a little bit. I'm thinking, remember Godfather from the WWE, WWF?
With the
train. Yeah, that guy was wild, dude. Man, I was loving that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I love what you got going, though. I mean, I'm wearing a shirt I wore, a week ago?
A couple episodes ago.
Because I don't care. You know me.
I ran out of shirt ideas, and I decided not to wear one. So that's how that worked out.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
So what's up, man? What you got going here? What you kicking us off with?
Nothing. Nothing. I'm just gonna sit here and stare at you, dude.
Okay. All right. Quit it.
No, I kind of look. So let's talk about the Undertaker real quick.
Right,
just the inspiration behind me bringing this cup on, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I always I try to put some thought into my cup. I don't know why, but I do. So, anyways, Undertaker was always my favorite wrestler growing up. Pretty cool. I don't know. I used to rent all the DVDs from Mr. Movies. Remember that?
Mr. Movies on 3rd Street.
Yeah, Mr. Movies. So I used to rent like all the old VHS tapes of all the old WrestleManias and the SummerSlams and all that stuff. Yep. So I was pretty obsessed with the Undertaker at one point. I actually saw him wrestle a couple times, but the first time I think I was 10. I think it was in like 98. I don't know. I was 10 or 12 or something like that. But anyways, he was actually out back of the Mark at the time, which was the arena there. I think it's the Vibrant Arena at the Mark or something. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways. Excuse me. He was signing autographs out back, and I was like, I was a little kid, and I'm like, yes, oh my God. And we're running, and I think my cousin Jamie was with us, and Chris and Nikki. But so I think Jamie met at the edge, and she got a hug from him. And Undertaker was signing autographs. There was a line, and I waited and waited. I'm like, oh my God, like this is my moment. And I'm not kidding you, and I'm not making this up. I literally got to me, and he's like, all right, guys, I'm done signing autographs. So the person in front of me got an autograph. I did not get an autograph, and I've been crying every day since.
It's been like 25, 30 years.
It was kind of funny, though. So he got in his car, and he was by himself. He drove his own rental car.
What did he drive?
It was like a Lincoln Continental or something. It was kind of cool. So, but he drove. I saw him drive out of the parking lot, and I chased his car because I was a kid, and apparently I was like paparazzi or something. Yeah, chased his car, man. And he caught the red light at the parking lot. So I knocked on his window, and he literally hit me with one of these, like that look that he used to get. And he looked, and then he just smiled and took off. And then I was like,
so that was it.
That was it. That was my encounter with Undertaker.
So you didn't even get an autograph?
Didn't get an autograph, no. But I do have a cup now. So cheers.
All right. For everyone to know, did you cry?
I don't think I cried. I was too busy running. Probably the last time I ran that fast.
You were fast back then. I guarantee you.
I for sure wasn't, but it's all right.
I know you were fast. It's okay. I know you were fast.
Yeah. So let's get into Honeywell Heroes story. You know how we always kick it off. I just want to talk about the Undertaker because
Honeywell. Well, what's wrong? Undertaker. That's everybody knew Undertaker back then.
Rest.
It's like, what, dude?
Awesome.
He's like coming out of a cough. Like, that's so scary. Like, and I always just think of a coffin of being buried alive. And here's the thing. When I'm dead, which whether it's next week or 80 years.
Hopefully it's not next week. We got more episodes.
Yeah. Well, we got a few more. I'm not, nobody's burying me anywhere. Like, I'm
You're getting cremated?
Whatever they want to do by then.
How about like taxidermy?
Whatever.
We'll stuff you in it. Hang you on the wall.
Stuff me. Yeah, you can do that.
We'll put you in a cutoff, some khakis,
Yeah.
your Jordans.
Ooh,
wear that. Show the
Jordans.
people. Look, Stenda's got some Jordans, his lifelong love shoes, whatever.
Hey guys,
They are fresh. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, I spent $275. These are the Jordan Retro 11s, the 7210 version. If you guys don't know, Jordan, had three-peat 91, 92, 93, 96, 97, 98, 72, and 10. And this is. Are
you going to wear them or don't you know yet?
I'll wear them when I go on a date.
Yeah, when it's dry. Don't wear them out when it's raining or nothing.
Yeah, I ain't doing that, man. I ain't stupid. I ain't trying to ruin it.
Hey, when you go outside, you got to take your shoes off. Only wear them inside. Do the opposite of what people normally do.
I do that.
All right, we're leaving. Got to take my shoes off.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I don't want to ruin them. That's a lot of money spent.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
About as much as we spent on the Beretta back in the day.
The old Beretta, dude. Man, love the Beretta. I miss the Beretta.
Not bad.
Man. All right, so Honeywell, what you got? Give me some.
We're going to talk about some, and I know every single person, especially of the male species, used to play wiffle ball back in the day.
Yep.
And if you say you didn't and you played sports, you're lying.
Yep, you lying.
You're also dying. Because if you're lying, you're dying. So anyways, we used to do a lot of backyard baseball stuff, and I bet you guys did too. But we did it, especially in my backyard out on Stockwell. It has there's a square cement section back there, and I have a basketball hoop and stuff. Well, I had. Actually, I think it's still out there. But so it was kind of like perfect diamond. So I think at one point we even spray painted lines and we had the whole shebang. We spray painted the bases on the cement and stuff. I don't know if we did it at that point where the story's from. But anyway,
you did. I remember because I know this. I have an idea what you're talking about a little bit. You had the lines and you had we even yellow had foul poles.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, there was foul poles
because the
out
outfield
there.
was the cornfield because I live on a farm. So it was kind of a field of dreams, kind of. Yeah.
And there was the trampoline that was busted up that probably my big old, I jumped on it and snapped
probably,
all the.
Surprised the spring didn't go through your face or something.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, man.
So anyways, this Pacific story features me, JP, and I think the Pladnas, or was it? Or no? Who was there with us?
You're right.
I think the Pladna boys were there, weren't they?
Aaron.
Yeah.
Because the younger one, remember, he threw a bat at your door?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And it scraped the door and it put a green mark, and your dad's like, get him out of here. Like, Keither, man, this guy's a wild man. I'm going to let you go into that, but it was the Pladnas. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So and they lived right across the street. So they were over at the house, and we would always yell, hey, you want to come play? It would echo because it was kind of far. But anyway, so we were playing the third base line of the concrete where we played. There was windows to our laundry room there, and they were pretty old windows because our house got redone when I was in second grade because of a house fire. So we got basically a brand new house, except some of the things stayed, and the windows were one of those things that stayed. So the way the windows worked is they were the ones that had an outer pane and an inner pane of glass. So there was two. And can you refresh me on, were you on third or was I on third?
No, you was pitching.
I was pitching. You was a lefty. I was pitching. You were leading off on third or something of the sort.
I was trying to act like I was
Barry
Bonds in his prime. Third base, I'm going to lead off, and you ain't picking me off.
Yeah. Barry when he was skinnier, right? Before the steroids?
He didn't take steroids.
Okay.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah, we're getting to that. Mm-hmm. We got to get to that mushy stuff. So anyway, I back when we were kids, we probably thought we were doing it way better than what we were. So you were leading off. I thought I was going to pick him off. So I'm lefty, so my back is to him because he's on third base. And I come set, and I'm like looking, and I turn around and I launched at him because we played like if you can peg him to get him out. So I launched the wiffle ball at him. Was it wiffle balls? And
it was wiffle.
And did we have them taped up?
They were taped.
We had like electrical tape, so they went farther, so they were heavier, and literally the ball missed Stenda, pink, right through the glass, and it shattered the glass. And me and him and my dad was inside sitting at the kitchen table, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was.
They were all at the kitchen table.
Yeah.
Your mom, your dad.
So
Stenda,
we like look at each other. And we're like, what we thought. Oh my god.
Yeah,
so
get the hell out of here.
And we we didn't know what to do, and we're like trying to figure it out. Like, what do we do? What do we do? And then did my dad come outside, or did we already run at this point?
So you throw it, and I remember, and it
was like
I ducked.
It sounded like Stone Cold was coming out.
Yes, and I ducked, and as soon as I ducked, it goes through it, and we looked at each other. We take off running behind the trampoline like we're gonna hide from your dad.
Oh yeah, we went up that way.
Yeah, we took off running, and you know what
Yeah, so he comes out and he's, he already knew what happened. He
pumping
heard,
his
he,
chest out.
He heard that. He was pumping that chest out, walking all fast, and he's like, I don't even know. I don't remember what he said.
I know exactly what he said.
He was saying a lot. He was saying a lot of things that we can't say on here. I mean, we could if we want, but we're not gonna because it was extreme. So we sprinted around the house, and he was chasing us, but he didn't really run. Did he? I don't think he did.
No, he had red maroon sweatpants on.
Oh, so you remember?
And he had this flannel, and all I remember is when we ran. Your mom remember the Buick?
Yeah, like a LeSabre.
Yeah, we were all we jumped in there.
Yeah, my mom was our escape plan. She was trying to get us out of there because my dad was walking like an Olympic speed walker, and his face was red. He's like, oh, so my mom got us out of there. But yeah, we broke the window, and I don't know if he ever fixed it. I think it's still broke. We'll have to take a picture of it sometime. I don't think he ever fixed it.
I don't think he did
because it was a double pane, so it didn't really matter. But it was just the fact that
he was so pissed.
Yeah, that we shattered the window. So
but you're the thing is when he came out, and I know you probably remember this. He said, "What the?"
Yeah.
And we're in, guys, we're all in 6th grade. So that's the difference of the eras.
Yeah.
We're now, parents are like, oh, hey.
Don't talk to my kid.
Don't talk to my kid.
You better call me first.
Listen, y'all better listen. Keith Skiff, he didn't care who we were. He would have street fought us there at that point had he have been able to catch us. Right. But he couldn't catch us because we had a little bit more speed. And I remember being in that car, and your dad caught us when your mom got us turned around, remember?
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, Carol, stop he's going. And we're all piled in the back seat. And your dad, his chest is puffed out, and his face is red. And your mom was like, just leave us. I'm taking him home. And I was scared.
I think when I got back, he wasn't even mad anymore. So it must have just been it was a little temporary. Yeah, you broke my window because you're playing.
Yeah.
I think we told the planners, you guys got to go home.
Get out of here.
Go. Skedaddle, boys. Because, it was getting real.
Had I not think about this, where would our lives be if I wouldn't have moved my head? Because I remember you trying to pick off, and I was like, whoosh, and then all of a sudden it was like,
I don't know.
And I was
we wouldn't have the story, and you would have had a goose egg probably right on your eye would have got poked out.
And I'd have only one eye.
One eye Willie.
One eye. I mean, yeah. That's a man. I always think about that story.
I know
that's a great story.
It's a good one from the childhood. So yeah, I know you guys got some stories like that too. If you do,
hit us up.
Drop it in the comments, man. We would love to see it in the YouTube comments. If you got any backyard baseball stories, we want to hear them because those are always the best ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, anything. Hit us up because we want to talk about it because those are the times of literally being a kid outside. And I know now it's way different, but you just don't. I know I'm not even getting off topic here. You just don't see kids outside. You even shooting hoops at the park.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or when do you ever see a kid in a field and they're playing 4-on-4 football? You never see that.
Right. You don't anymore. It's definitely more rare, but I think that COVID era, the 2020 year, I feel like it got kids outside a little bit more than what they were. Because they didn't really have another choice.
Hopefully.
No, everybody didn't want to sit inside. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, I've told you guys, I opened a store. So we opened July 18th of this year, and we sold so many wiffle ball sets. Yep. It actually blew my mind. We actually had to order more, and I thought that was really cool because it was a lot of kids and stuff. And I'm like, this means that they're going to go outside and play. So I thought that was cool.
You push that, and that's good for Rival Sports 85 Main Avenue, Clinton, Iowa. that's great to push that because you want kids to do that. I mean, you just want them outside. You want them interacting with kids and just go do that stuff because you really become competitive by doing that stuff. Because you remember like when we were playing wiffle ball, I'm going back to this. It was fun, but we was going to win because guess who he was? Manny Ramirez. And I was Paul Konerko when I was batting, and we kept track of our stats.
Oh yeah,
you'd be like, serious. I'm 9 for 10. Like you wanted to win, you did not want to just be like, oh, I play backyard baseball. No, we're playing because you love the game. Like you just
we were so obsessed with baseball in the summer and being outside. We wanted to play it, even when we weren't playing. We wanted to play.
Yeah, and
so branching off this, I want to say that I am opening a spot across the street from the store. It's called The Cage by Rivals. It's going to be an indoor batting cage. We'll have an area to pitch, area to bat. There'll be a basketball hoop area. We'll have a soccer goal. We'll have a volleyball net. So pretty much any sport that you need to use it for, it'll be accessible. And actually a lot of the wood that we're going to put on the walls is from the house out there, the barns at Stockwell. So it's all kind of coming full circle, and it all makes sense. All this does, So the podcast, the store, the batting cage, us just doing this together and talking about these old stories. So
I didn't know that because we really did have a lot of memories out there. And when I drive by, I always think of. I mean, I can think of a ton of other stories I have on here. It's just like wow. Yeah, it's crazy. And how we're growing adults, and it's like you got to be an adult. But
I know. I was texting Ethan Holmes earlier today. And I was,
E Holmes, baby.
I was just telling him this. This is what I was telling him. Like, man, it's crazy. Like the older we get, we just don't. People don't hang out as much anymore. I don't know if it's just us, but it just seems like you're so busy doing everything else. I'm like, man, I barely even have a friend to go to eat lunch with. And I got like 40,000 followers across all my social medias, but not one person that we just don't got time, man. I mean, we do, but it's everybody just gets caught up in their daily routine. So if you're seeing this, make some time for people. Okay. Cause I'm going to start doing that. That's what I decided. And you need to have fun in your life, And I know you said that to me a lot of times too.
I was just going to say, you know what? Hey man, if you listen to me one time in your life,
I know.
The one time, just once, because it is important because I think we kind of with this podcast, us coming up with this game plan is as much as we're trying to reach people, it's more of, like getting to these people and we're reminiscing, but also
this is cool for us too. Like as a friendship, it's fun to, and we both enjoy doing it.
I look forward to it each week.
I've done a lot of stuff like this over the years, and this is the first time you've done stuff like this. So it's cool that we're able to connect in this type of way.
Absolutely,
it's a little bit. Sure. It's a little bit of stuff we both liked. So
love it. All right, you know what?
What's your Honeywell story?
You know what? Here's the thing. I don't think I want to give it this week.
That's fine
because I like that we were tied to that. I had 2 stories on here. I want to save it.
That's fine. Going off like us doing this and being able to bring like both of our worlds into one thing. The reason why I've been doing this is because of music, obviously. I've done music since I think 2005, maybe.
It was 5. It was our junior year of high school.
Yeah. Yes, so I started doing music then. My first show ever was February of 2007. I actually still have the poster downstairs. My recording studio is actually here. So yes, my wife is very happy that I keep making rooms in my house for other things besides normal people stuff.
Blame it on me though.
Yeah, right? No, it's JP's fault this time.
She ain't, but here's the thing, she ain't mad at me.
No, she ain't. She ain't really actually mad, but no, it's funny. So anyways, I have my recording studio downstairs. I have tons of music stories. I've been doing this. I mean, I've traveled everywhere from doing a show in Orlando, Florida downtown, all the way to Hollywood. I performed at a place called The Study. It's right on the Walk of Fame where all the stars are. It's actually the club. If you guys know Lil Dicky.
My twin. Man.
So
let's go, Lil Dicky.
He filmed a music video called Save That Money, and he basically tried to shoot a music video where for free. So he was like, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but he went around knocking on everybody's doors in like Beverly Hills and stuff. And like, hey, can I use your house to make my music video? Like, can I use your car? He went to like a Lamborghini dealership and borrowed it. It's actually a cool video. So he went to this club. He went to this club to shoot the video, and it's actually the same place. It's called The Study. So I performed there. It was pretty cool. But I've did so much, and there's a lot of opportunities that are crazy that have turned into good stories that people would be like, no way, that's not real. But one of the stories that I'll tell this week, and I'll save all the other good stuff for the other times, is one time, I can't remember the year. It was early 2010s ish. this dude hit me up and he's like, hey, you want to perform at the show at Whitewater Junction, which is in Rock Island.
Okay.
It's a pool, swimming pool. So they were going to have like this pool party, and they
you love that.
They got water slides and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, this guy's going to perform. He's blowing up in Philadelphia.
Yep.
He's getting big, blah, blah. We had no idea who he was, but I'm like, yes, of course. I used to do everything back then. I mean, and I at every opportunity I get that's big, of course I'm going to take it, because why wouldn't you? Don't pass up on that stuff.
Yeah.
So anyways, we perform, and this guy is there. He was a huge, he's pretty huge celeb. So he was there, but he wasn't real famous, and he wasn't famous at all other than like Philadelphia. So we performed, and actually the cops got called because the music was too loud. The neighbors called the cops.
Who called the cops?
I don't know. The neighbors.
Who they called the 5-0?
They called the 4.
Did I show up? Was I like, hey man?
No, you were.
What's up, my man?
You were in college or something, probably in Dubuque.
I was coming down on you, dog.
So anyways, we were performing, and we had to perform like quiet, which sucked because we're rappers, man. We want to go crazy.
Yeah.
We want to turn up. So, anyways, so when he gets up to perform, they turn it up loud, but we're like, we don't really know this guy. Cool. So we're in the swimming pool. Some of us are going down the water slides while this guy's performing. Well, cool story. This guy that performed from Philadelphia is Wiz Khalifa. So he was like, it was before he did that Black and Yellow song.
Cameras. That's a big song by him.
I don't know if he had that out yet, but I mean, Black and Yellow.
Black. Yeah. You know what it is? Black and yellow, black and yellow, black
That's
and
the
yellow.
Steelers anthem, baby.
It is, and too bad we suck, but that's cool.
That's all right.
Yeah,
so anyways, Wiz Khalifa, and we didn't even get pictures with him. He was like doing features, which means he would be on your song back then for $200. And this man was the biggest artist in the world at one point. So cool story, missed opportunity, and I have a lot of other missed opportunities you guys will hear about. But this is true facts. So
we got to use those, like I said, each week. You got to bust them out.
Kinda
like
because I got even better ones. So that was a good. I mean, that's cool though. We met Wiz Khalifa without even meeting. We were like, "What's up, man?" Walk by him.
Yeah.
Whoa, we're so cool. We're gonna swim while you perform.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, you got to come up with just different stuff each week.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, you know what I got here? I got the song of the week.
I was gonna say let's keep it on.
All right, so
turn that volume up.
I'm gonna start. Here's my song of the week.
Song of the week, and is there a reason why or no? Just cause.
Because so here's the thing. Each week, it's kind of, I'll just say a story of what's going on in my life.
Okay.
I get to work and I'm like either super happy or I'm like, man, dude, I got to work 4 days, 40 hours. I'm like, oh, man, this sucks.
I know what you mean. Dude.
So I be getting in my, now guys, I still have an iPod.
Yeah.
I saw
it out there.
The little tiny iPod.
I saw it out there.
And I plug it in. It's charging, but it's connected to the Bluetooth. And sometimes it fails. It'll let you play it says media players ready to go.
Okay. Yeah.
And I've loved this I say this woman. I have loved her forever since I can't remember. Jordan Sparks, No Air.
Yeah.
That song.
You have always loved that.
And this week I pump it on, I go to work Sunday and I'm rolling around and at work and I'm like, wow. And she just hits them high notes.
How do they sound?
I can't do it. I cannot do it, man.
Nowhere.
I can't do it. That. I can't get up there.
When your voice cracks, it means you're trying.
Yeah, you're trying.
It's beauty.
But I loved her like when that song first came out. I think it was like 2007, 2008.
Okay.
But man, I tell you what, this whole week, 4 days, 40 hours, I bet you I played that song 50 times. Just driving around the squad car, I'm like, yeah, she'd be getting to like these certain parts. And I'm like, and then I was watching the video, I've seen that a million times. And I'm like, Chris Brown, like, are you leaving her? Like, what are you doing? I'm like,
were you mad at him? You were going to take it over?
Yeah, I'm like, if you're going to leave her, like,
pass her my
guess
way.
what, man? Like, what are you doing? Like, and I just, man, that song this whole week just took me back to the old school era. But yeah, Jordan Sparks, the song No Air. I love it. And man, she can hit them high notes. And I don't think anybody can. And on top of it, guess what? I'm going to say it. She's a dime. She's a dime. Who does not want to make that woman your wife? If she's not married, I follow her on Facebook. I like every single post she's got.
You should comment on every post all the time.
Yeah, well, she ain't gonna, because she can look at me and be like,
start DMing her and be like, hey, I'm at your house.
Yeah. The police be taking me off the premises, man. Hey, Merrill, get out of here.
You'll be fired. That's no.
But hold on. All right. So I'm done with that with Jordan Sparks. Tell me this, though. I want to know, not a song of the week for you, but tell me a song over the years. You've got to have at least one song.
Yeah.
Something that whether you're having a great day, a bad day, or you're just like, man, I'm on my computer. What do you give me a go-to?
My favorite song of all time is "Mo Money, Mo Problems" by Notorious B.I.G. featuring Mace and P. Diddy. Well, it was Puff Daddy at the time. That was my favorite song of all time. I actually have like an original store poster. It's huge, and it's at the old house on Stockwell. Actually, still, I should go get it down because it's awesome.
That was in middle school.
But that, yes.
Loved him.
So that was like the first song that I ever memorized from front to back. And it was before I ever wanted to rap. So I could rap the entire song right now a cappella. I'm not going to do it, but I can. So
that's awesome.
That's the song of the year, but I do have songs of the week. If I had a song of the week, can I tell what that would be? It's Kane Brown and Caitlin Brown called Thank God. I just told Liz today, I'm like, that might be the best song I've heard in a while.
Kane Brown.
So I thank God.
So he's got that song that my buddy Jason, he's the sheriff.
Kane Brown does?
Yes, he does.
Well,
yes, he does.
This song is with his wife. It's a good song, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
like
fire.
Okay. I feel like he's like country.
Well, he is. Liz is like that
I don't
song,
like that country music.
Liz is like, that song's not even new. I'm like, I know, but it's real good.
You kind of stumble upon stuff like over time, then you're like, oh, this is new, and then it's like, no, it's like 10 years old.
Seahawks just fumbled. Anyway, so
who they playing? 49ers. Guess who's coming back to play?
we're watching the game live, guys.
Guess who's playing for the 49ers coming in?
Who?
You know what I read, and I'm not kidding you. I'm going to say this. I'm not shitting you. They say Ben Roethlisberger's coming out of retirement to play for the 49ers.
Are you being serious? Yes. You're kidding.
Swear. I swear on my life.
If he does, what will happen for you?
He will never come out. I've watched all of his podcasts.
Yeah.
He's not coming out of retirement.
But okay, let's just theoretically speaking, if he came out of retirement and played for the 49ers, what would you do? Would you be a fan of his still or no?
Absolutely. But here's the thing. I know Ben, he would never do it.
I know, but
it's all just stupid
We're just pretending.
Well, I mean, no, I just don't think I would, but if he did, I'd be upset.
Okay.
But all right, we got the song of the week. I like
good.
that. I'm glad that you got, because I never know what you like to listen to. Because
I
know
change it
what
up all
you
the time.
like.
I don't even really like country. Like, I like it more as I get older. But I mean, Kane Brown and that song's fire.
Yeah, I feel you.
I got a lot of good songs of the week though. So
I got you.
If you guys want to hear it, you never heard it, play it. And also play Jordan Sparks and also play Notorious B.I.G.
You better get on Jordan Sparks because here's the thing, I love her.
Yeah.
And when I watched that video today,
maybe everybody else should just leave her alone then, because she's your girl.
Yeah, well, that's not happening.
Your girl, your girl.
So can I do just real quick rundown of this last week sports catch up?
Yeah, sure.
You really do have a nice voice. I don't even know what you said there. It was like you were whispering. My girl. My girl.
It's gone.
Talking about my girl. Woo. You know,
hey, we got a little maple bacon moonshine. Maple bacon moonshine.
This week, guys, we like to go solo from time to time because we need to.
Yeah,
the bacon. Is there bacon in there?
Must be. That's why I like it so much.
I know you love bacon.
Because I'd be begging for bacon strips, baby.
Okay, stop it.
All right, yeah, let's talk about the local sports. Is that what you're going to do? Local sports scores? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, run through them, baby.
So, hey, guys, I'm going to just hit Clinton and Comanche real quick. Talk to a few coaches. Clinton Hoops for boys. This is from what I found on GoBound and then the Twitter page for Clinton High. Boys lost to Davenport Assumption 58-47. They dropped to 0-5 on the year. Clinton girls hoops lost to Assumption 45-23. They're 2-5 on the year, which from what I've seen from their previous record, they're making improvements, which is a great thing.
Yeah,
I'm super happy to see that. Clinton girls wrestling, Coach Schneeberger.
Shout out to Schnee.
Coach Schnee.
He's the man, baby.
Coach Dylan Schnee. We've got a good connection with him. I talked to him last night. He was on the Gary Detterman show. They were at Makokata this past meet. They took 5th place out of 11 teams. They had 2 runners up. I'm terrible with names, so I'm going to use last names.
I might be able to help you, too.
McClendon.
Okay.
McClendon was a runner-up, and McCloyd were runner-up. She was a runner-up.
Nice.
And then we had 3rd place finishes were Lemon, Jaden Lemon.
Okay. And her dad is Jeremy Lemon.
Jeremy, okay. He's from Comanche.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. And then Ari Russell. She would have been
I think it's Ari.
Ari.
That's
Ari Russell.
actually AJ's sister. Remember, you think his name's Ajay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I also told him you thought his name was Ajay too. By the way,
that's all right.
He was laughing. He's like, "Yeah, people have said."
Does he want to square up?
No.
Okay, if he does,
he'll probably squish you.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, so they had a couple of runner-ups and third-place finishes. Shout out to them. Coach Nieberger did tell me they had 2 girls down to injury for the tournament. And, one of the things I'll just say before I move on to the swimming and stuff is they're building that program from scratch. They have not had wrestling for girls. So to see, get fifth out of 11.
It seems like all these meets are consistently either in the middle or the front, which is good. This is awesome.
And they're getting people that
I love the girls wrestling addition and aspect. I love it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Because, for so many years, the girls, they could wrestle, but they would have to wrestle boys. And, let's be honest, the girls probably didn't really like wrestling boys. And maybe they did because if they could beat them, they would like it. And then also, the boys don't want to wrestle a girl either. No. It's just...
Nobody wants it.
So the fact that there's also, that there's now legit competition for girls, it's super cool.
I agree. I'm 100% behind you.
You're a fan? I'm a fan of that.
Oh, dude, here's the thing. I wish back, in high school, that was a long time ago for us, but, just like now, I just think that here's one thing I will say about sports. I think there should be boys volleyball.
Because I think so too, 100%.
So no different than the girls. Hey, let's just, it's all this, it's the same sport. They all have a love and passion for it. Just let them play it. Mm-hmm. So when this came out, I was like, great. You're just behind it. And I think, I'm hoping that we can get the community to be support this. This is no different than basketball or softball and baseball are the same thing, right? Same concept. You just want them to be successful and go out for the sports. So, super happy to see that. I think Coach Nee will hopefully get him on here at some point. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we can bring him on if he's willing to come on. But I think he's really doing a tremendous job. So shout out to him. I had the Clinton boys swimming. They had a loss to Bettendorf. They dropped to 0-2 on the year. And just to talk swimming, I don't know anything about swimming, but here's the thing. I know a couple people in high school. I feel like it's a tough sport.
Yeah. It's got to be one of the harder ones because your endurance and stamina has to be high.
Yeah. It's not the same. So, keep grinding. Clinton boys bowling. They had a loss to Davenport Central. They're 3-1 now on the year.
That's good.
Clinton girls bowling. They dropped to Davenport Central as well. They're 1-3. And then moving down to Comanche boys.
So Clinton lost everything this week? Well, minus the girls wrestling, right?
Minus wrestling, yeah. They kind of had a down week.
Okay. Well, the boys basketball, I do got to say before you move on to Comanche. Yeah. And Clinton, I feel like there's a lot of promising stuff. They're not losing games by a lot. So they're really close. Yeah. They just need to finish. They need to take those fourth quarter moments and just really roll with it from what I'm seeing and hearing. And, I see Facebook Lives from some people that we know talking about it.
Yeah, we got some people we know some of them. Yeah.
And I do agree. He makes a lot of good points. I think it's just the fact of wanting it more and being a fighter, Don't a lot of these kids have gotten used to the ways and it's okay to lose, but you just got to finish them out,
So when I finish these here in a minute, we're going to go to what you're just hitting on.
That's fine. We'll run back. We'll bounce back.
We're going to run it back.
So go ahead. Run through Comanche.
So Comanche real quick. Boys hoops. We just had Coach Davis, which we got to give a shout out because, that guy killed it. Coach Davis, you killed it. We can't – I'm ready to have him back down the road.
We have, sure.
Because,
there was a lot of stuff we didn't get to, I think, too. So
yeah. And we were kind of trying some different things, like how we're doing things. But, man, I'll just say it. They stomped Anamosa 77-39.
Jada was at the game. She said, "Oh my God, they destroyed them." Yeah,
and they're 4-1 on the season. To me, that's just he was probably stomped them the first half, and he's like, "All right, man, I kind of want to make this competitive, but I don't want to." So
4-1 they are
4-1, 4-1 on the year.
Solid, Davis, solid. Davis Dynasty still rolling.
We got the Dynasty still rolling. Girls hoops, they got a dub over Anamosa by 10, 41-31. They dropped they're now 2-5 on the season.
Okay.
And then I have Comanche boys bowling. They got a dub over Bettendorf and Bellevue.
Aiden bowls for them. You know that?
Does he?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. So they got a dub. They took a dub over Bettendorf and Bellevue.
Good.
And then girls bowling got a W over Bettendorf.
So they're full of dubs.
So they got dubs. Here's Comanche boys and girls wrestling. It's super hard to find the stats.
Yeah.
Because you got to go to this website.
Did you find them?
I did.
Okay.
And I don't want to it's just, I've never really looked at the stat. It's hard to, I talked to a few people and they're like, this is the best place. But we have Comanche, this would be boys wrestling. They got a dub, they did not fare too well against who they had on the 13th. It was against Central DeWitt. Central DeWitt got them.
I feel like DeWitt's good at everything all the time.
They was pretty good.
Yeah.
But they had some promising, W's over on that date on the 13th.
That's good.
Again, let's see, Comanche, they played Fulton on the 13th. There was a dual meet. They were against Fulton. And let's see who else on the 13th they had. Okay, no, that was it. So Comanche, let's see the individuals I saw in here, which I don't know their names. I'm terrible with them. It's Ethan Benavides. Yeah,
I'm there we go. Because I think there's an art teacher or something with that same last
Okay,
name.
so he
probably his mom or something. I would assume,
so he against DeWitt on the 13th, he got a W at 138. I think he was their. It looks like kind of their only. Oh, then they had Oliver Fuller. He got a W at 145. And then again against that same date against Fulton. Ethan again, he got a W at 138. And then Ethan Edens had a win at 106. And Ty Gravert, he had a win at 160.
Nice.
At Fulton. So, I mean, just looking at points and scoring, they're definitely getting better, which is super important. So, yeah, I was happy with that.
What about the girls wrestling? Didn't you say there was the numbers were lower, or they got some numbers up there in Comanche?
In Comanche, they're still low.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's fine though. It's a new thing. So
I pulled them up here. Hold on.
I think what is Clinton up to now? They're up they got 23 girls or something. That's pretty cool.
I'll just show you on girls. This is just a ton.
Oh, for Clinton,
Clinton, for Clinton. Yeah, there's tons. For Comanche girls, all I could pull up was Tipton, the girls' invite. I think it was like the 5th, and it would have been Isabel Peters. She had a win in round number 2, and then round 3 she had the loss there. But that's I would say like the girls program, just to kind of end that part, they're starting from scratch, and they need all the support across the state of Iowa. They need that support from everybody to be like, hey, how do we build these programs up? Just like basketball, football, baseball, track, it doesn't matter. So, I mean, to see like the Clinton girls numbers of people out for it, even for Comanche, like that's just a matter of the girls wanting to go out.
Correct.
I mean, there's just probably a lot of girls who are like skeptical of like, do I want to go out? Do I want to do this? And guess what? Here's what girls go out for it. It's no different than basketball, baseball, softball, track. Just go out for it because guess what?
You might love it. I mean, it looks like a lot of the Clinton girls are loving it to the extreme.
Yeah,
so
absolutely,
it's pretty cool.
So, I mean, if I missed anybody, I'm going to do my best each week. I've been reaching out to the coaches, trying to get stats. Coach Nee is giving a lot of good stuff.
Way to do your job, JP.
Yeah, well, I got to do my little detective background investigation. So,
I did mine too, but mine isn't anywhere near what yours is.
Nah.
My research here is about on this day. Should we move into that?
Well, what's today?
Because I like this segment.
Let's go.
On this day, December 20th. Because we are releasing this December 20th. Mm-hmm. So there's some cool ones on this one. I mean, they're always cool, but I found some today, and I figured we'll go through them, and you can kind of tell me what you think about this stuff, okay?
Okay, go.
So, on this day in 1966, NBA grants a franchise to Seattle Supersonics, expanding the league to 11 teams for the 1967 and 68 season. Isn't that crazy? 11 teams. And then you think about this. So 1966 seems like forever ago.
Okay.
We were born in 88. That's only 22 years difference. And imagine, and 22 years ago from right now was still in the 2000s. Mm-hmm. So this is crazy. This time, how much things have advanced from the 60s to even like the 80s and 90s. Crazy. There's only 11 teams in 66. So crazy.
I like it.
I think I just showed my nipple. So
okay, that's weird.
In 1975... On December 20th, 1975, O.J. Simpson scored a touchdown for the 14th straight game. What do you think of O.J., dude?
You can ask me about O.J. right now. Here's the thing. You know what? And let's do it since it's just you and I, because we don't have anybody on here.
Yeah.
I am a firm believer in, hey, you're guilty or you're not guilty. And he was found not guilty by a jury of his peers.
Yeah.
Regardless of what people say, he was found not guilty. That's the justice system. Now, we can all say it's broken. I understand that.
Yes.
But here's the thing. He was found not guilty, so guess what?
So he's not guilty.
He's not guilty. Now, again, you can have your opinion.
Yeah.
But what are you supposed to do?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's just like so Brantley played basketball and they were getting fouled a ton, and they were, but the refs weren't calling them. So I'm trying to tell these after the game. I try to tell these guys, I'm like, yo, if they don't call a foul, let's say someone comes up and smacks you and they don't call a foul, guess what? It's not a foul.
It's not,
because it's not. They didn't call it, so it's not a foul. So same thing.
Yeah.
So
not that I was trying to go off topic, but I'm just
it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, because OJ's a big guy. I mean, he was the man.
Yeah.
And I love watching his. I see his YouTube, or he does different videos and stuff. Now, again, I'm not saying that I'm like, I'm a big fan of him, but he's entertaining, so we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
That's good enough.
2003, December 20th, former Jets quarterback. This story's funny, dude. Joe Namath. You know Joe Namath?
Yeah, I do.
This is the story. On December 20th, 2003, Joe Namath embarrasses himself in front of a live TV audience. And
Was he drunk?
This is how he embarrassed himself. In a game between the Patriots and Jets, yes, he was wasted.
He had to have been.
Sideline reporter Susie Colbert was interviewing him about a current Jets quarterback, and he slurred his answer and then disregarded Colbert's next question. She asked him another question, and he told her, "I want to kiss you." I couldn't care less about the team struggling. And then he repeated, "I want to kiss you."
Yeah. Bro, because that dude was a drunk.
Really?
I mean,
he was wasted. And I read further beyond that, and it said, like, he made a public apology, and he said he's sorry, and it was just a holiday spirit, and he was warming up, having a little holiday cheer.
Yeah. Getting holiday hammered is what he was
holiday
doing.
Hammered, for sure. And,
hammered before noon.
And then,
noon on a Sunday, man.
And then I think the producers were like, if we would have known he was that ham-boned, we wouldn't have had him do the interview. But yeah, he was telling her he wanted to kiss her and stuff, dude. So.
I mean, I've actually watched. He's got a couple different. He's got like an interview on. There's a guy on not YouTube, but Facebook, Graham somebody, and he does it, and he talks about him being an alcoholic.
Oh, really?
Back in that time. So now here's again. Not that I'm saying that that's okay, but here's the thing. Like, dude, in that era, like that, this is not like it is now. Those guys.
Oh yeah.
There was like stories of like NFL players showing up to the game before it, and they would eat like 3 or 4 hot dogs and a Coke.
Well, yeah, remember like Babe Ruth? He was like a drunk alcoholic, smoked cigarettes, ate a ton of food. He was fat, dude.
He's the GOAT.
He was probably coming into places looking just like this, too. Because he probably didn't care.
You're looking like really like athletic and thin. So I really like it. I mean.
Okay, moving on. December 20th, 2005. Kobe Bryant scored 62 points in 3 quarters against the Dallas Mavericks. Now, that's amazing.
Okay.
Correct. There was controversy about Phil Jackson because he was the coach at the time.
Yeah, Phil.
And Kobe deciding to keep him out because it was actually both of their decisions. I think they interviewed Kobe and he's like, "Yeah, I wanted, I did enough." So, but there was controversy saying between them deciding to keep him out of the 4th quarter because who knows, he could have ended up scoring 90, dude. Like it could have been some crazy. You never know, dude. I mean, no one will ever know. So, but just 3 weeks later is when he scored his 81 game, which is crazy. He scored 62 and then 3 weeks later, 81. Nuts, dude. And that was against the Raptors. So December 20th, 2009, Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger throws the winning touchdown pass to Mike Wallace with time running out against the Packers at Heinz Field. Big Ben eclipsed 500 yards for the game with that pass. You remember it, don't you?
Do you want to know what? He had that game. He had, I think, 484 passing yards before that pass. Yeah. And he drops back, and you see him scanning, and he throws this ball in the corner of the end zone. Here's Mike Wallace. Here's the defender.
So where's the end zone?
So we're in the end zone. This is Mike Wallace.
Yeah.
This is the defender in the end zone. And Mike Wallace, anything in front of him is out of bounds. And Ben Roethlisberger threads a ball in there. And they beat him, I think it was 36-30.
I think time expired too, right? Yeah.
The game was over.
It says with time running out, yeah.
Ben was the man. That was one of, it's not his greatest throw, but I'm just going to say, like, Ben is he made some huge throws in his career.
I told you you would like this one.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming with that because they throw him out of there like they think he's a bum, but here's the thing. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So the guy that you think he was just a good old boy and he played really hard. Yeah, well, Ben, guess what? He won a ton of games and he's top 10 in everything.
Really?
Passing yards, touchdowns, wins. Come on, man. Let's go. Come on, Ben. Let's go.
Come on, baby.
So those are your facts.
That's my 5. Ooh. I like it. Those are some good ones this week. I especially like the Joe Namath. That's funny.
All right.
My man was ham-boned on TV.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Let's go to, like, local or youth sports.
Okay.
High school. How important is it for the athlete to be a student first now?
I personally think it's important because why wouldn't it be? But I feel like the schools have been a lot more lenient as of late, and I'm not real sure. I mean, especially not even high school, but middle school. So I had heard some teachers a couple years ago say that they say you have to get good grades, but you really don't. That doesn't start until high school anymore. And now I can't remember the reason why they gave me, but I was just kind of like, really? Like, I mean, you can literally fail all your classes and still play a sport. To me, I feel like there's got to be some type of way to earn this, you know, like you can't not do good at the reason why you're in school isn't to just play the sport. You're in school to be at school. So all these things that are privileges like a sport, I feel like you need to do what's important first to be able to earn those minutes or those opportunities, you know, to play a sport. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know. I feel like the schools have been way more lenient lately, and I don't know if it's just so they can let their best players play, and I don't know if it's just Clinton because maybe other schools are strict. I have no idea, but I'm just speaking on Clinton stuff. And I don't know about the high school either. I'm not sure, but I just specifically heard it out of some mouths in a meeting one time from middle school teachers. I don't know, but I was just like, man, like I wish there was some incentive for these kids to get good grades, you know.
But see, so I'll kind of like counter it or maybe disagree in a sense. Not that I'm trying to disagree.
That's fine. Go ahead.
But we don't have a lot of those moments. But I think they've made it. It wasn't hard when we were in school.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you show up to class. I mean, they give you all the time to do your worksheets and your packets and all that stuff.
Well, these kids don't even get homework anymore, really, for the most part. I mean, everything's out because, you know, everybody has a different home life, so they don't want other kids to have an advantage and stuff like that. So, yeah, these kids don't even get homework anymore.
Let them roll through it. You can't tell me now that you cannot get, and I'm just saying the bare bone minimum, a 2.0 grade average, which is like a D plus average or something. You're telling me you can't with the technology they give you and the ability to be like, they don't even have to go to the teacher, just send them an email or, hey, we'll send you this back 30 times so you get the points.
Yeah, that's how it is.
You can't get a 2.0. I know we were both in the 3.0 club.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
And we didn't take homework home. We just got it done at school.
Right.
So you can't tell me that they haven't set it up to be like, all right, this is all you got to do. But where does that come from? I'm not going to blame it on it because I'm all about kids. Mm-hmm. I'm not blaming it on kids.
Right. No.
And I hate to and I don't want to put it on the
kids
parents.
are the ones just living in it. It's the way these systems are set up and stuff.
But do parents, and I'm just saying as a whole, not Clinton, I'm just saying as a whole across the universe, wherever, do the parents enable their kids in general? Do they just enable them where they're like, hey, if their kid's like, oh, yeah, I got this on this, and they're like, I'm going to call the teacher. I'm going to send them a nasty email.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, do they enable that?
These kids are good at fooling you, too. You know, they'll make you really believe them, and then you have their back, and you call, and then the teacher will tell you something way different. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different world. I don't know. Yeah, I think the parents enable it. A lot of parents now are like, don't talk to my baby that way, and you know, my kid doesn't have to do anything if this and that. You know how it is, dude. The parents aren't like, hey, little Johnny, you were wrong. You need to straighten yourself up. They're like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to go talk to somebody else and blame it on somebody else, like the teacher. And that's why a lot of these teachers are not wanting to teach anymore. Why these schools are opening up teaching jobs to whoever.
Yeah. Because
now it's to the point where, like, people aren't even getting degrees to teach because who wants to teach when you're in this type of atmosphere, you know? Not saying that's all bad, but I'm just saying it's got to be pretty tough with the way you're able to discipline or not discipline, and just all, George Kittle touchdown, sweet. But, just they're just so limited on anything that they can say and do, and you got to be careful about everything.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you wholeheartedly, because I think that it's people are handicapped on what they can really do. I mean, you hire teachers to teach. It's no different in any profession across the board. If you hire them and you think they're the right person for it, let them go do what they need to do. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, man. I just think that they hinder the kids. And I'm not saying,
and not every single one, but it just seems like and when you look at it from like a summary of a whole situation, it just seems like it's so much softer these days, and just
it's way softer.
Yeah,
it's softer like Charmin.
These parents
want toilet paper.
Yeah, it
really is. It really is. I'll just say it because I don't care.
These people want these kids to be great, but there ain't ever no authority that's allowed to be in their life. So
no. I mean, if you don't hold. Yeah.
I mean, I've made mistakes on my own, man, with my own kids. I fell for that kind of stuff, So I'm not saying I'm not guilty of it, but it's parenting's not easy either. But you also gotta realize you're trying to raise your kid to be a good person in this world. Yes. So you got to try your best no matter what, even if it doesn't feel like, you're getting along in the moment or anything. You still got to.
So, but that's a good point, because you saying like having kids and going from not having kids and then having kids. I don't have kids. I can still relate to you and say like, I know it's different. Yeah. But then I can put myself to when I was a kid and my parents were parenting me, and I'm like, okay, yeah. But at the same time, I do think back at the end of the day, our parents were maybe trying to raise us in a world that's non-existent.
Oh, 100%.
It's just not there.
I wish it was. I think.
I do.
I don't know. I mean, no matter what, it is what it is. We can't change it. But
right.
I'm
not bashing. I'm not bashing any parents. I'll tell you guys that, especially Clinton. All love for any parent, teacher, coach, you name it. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's had to mold their current situation around the current situation. You got to evolve into the times. But, I mean, maybe I'm biased because we are living in it, but I feel like our school era was like the best, bro. It was pre-social media for the most part. Yes. I mean, high school we started to get MySpace and Facebook a little bit. But
MySpace, baby.
Yeah, but I even had a Zanga. Shout out to Zanga. I know.
I remember you had.
I had a little faux hawk on my Zanga, but no, I mean, everybody didn't live on social media. You just had social media back then, and nobody even really called it that. It was just you had a MySpace, cool, sweet, but you still had to call people. I mean, that was when texting kind of just started for me, anyways. So it was such a good era because you still had to be social in real life. You could go to concerts and people actually enjoyed the concert and didn't try to be a videographer because everybody, you know how it goes, man. But I mean, there's just so much that has changed. And it is what it is. We got to accept it. I'm not saying that we need to bring, I'm not trying to live in the past, but I'm just saying good times, man. Good memories. I'm glad we got to experience those.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, if we could, for the viewers, could you at least say that if we, with the feedback or any of those things, if we could do something to help bridge the gap or make these programs better, baseball, basketball, football, girls wrestling, whatever, let us know, like, if we can help them do it. It's kind of like what we're doing. Like, we just, like, whatever we could do, like, we want to help. And as a whole, like, just,
I mean, I don't know if we could change the world, but we could try to help,
Like, I
don't even know what. Yeah, I mean,
whatever
even just
we could do.
Even just shining some light. But, yeah, it's just getting more people on board. Instead of wanting to be better, everybody's got to put a little bit of effort into actually being better.
Yeah.
And that's all the way around. I don't even know if I'm just talking sports. Just, don't complain about something but not wanting to be a part of the solution at all.
Yes.
Why, why is this? And, why? How come tailgating tall boys? Why isn't our lineup as good as this one? And, it's like people want, man, there ain't never nothing to do in Clinton. Then we get something to do in Clinton. And, this isn't good enough. But come on,
I mean, when do you at some point just say this?
It's like you got to be a part of don't be a part of the problem. Be a part of the solution. You're one or the other. You know what I mean? And I mean, in my opinion, I don't know. Whatever.
Clinton's a great city.
It is. I love Clinton, man. I wouldn't be investing all my energy in establishments, if I didn't think so. So
I agree. And much love to you, and much love to everybody else that's doing it. It's like
much love,
baby. I think here we're gonna okay. So
I like it, dude. I like your sounds.
I got one for you for the NBA.
Okay. Yeah.
Start, bench, cut. You ready for this?
Yes.
Are you guys ready?
Don't.
Start, bench, cut for Randon Tanner, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, or Kobe Bryant. Start, bench, cut, go.
Start Michael Jordan because you have to.
Woo! You heard of Michael Jordan. Let's go.
Bench LeBron James because you have to. Because you have to. And I'm sorry. I think they're all.
You're cutting Kobe over LeBron?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
How? How are you gonna cut him? He stole all Jordan's moves.
Ooh, Kobe?
Kobe did, and he was 5-time. LeBron's not going to win another title.
That's just my opinion.
Oh man! So here's the.
I'm not even going to say why.
I'm giving you a pound because you took Jordan because you're smart.
Yeah. Well, we had this conversation last week or the week before.
But I just said Jordan and LeBron. Now I'm throwing three.
You said
LeJordan. Well, I'm going to say LeBron, who needs his hair. He just needs to bick it. Yeah. Take it off, dude.
You really want him to?
Man,
I dare you.
Jordan did it 40 years ago when he was smart enough to figure it out.
Will you comment on one of LeBron's?
I'm gonna
comment on his Instagram photo and be like, "Cut your hair, bro."
Cut it, dog. I thought my hair was bad. Yours is really bad.
Let it go.
Yeah. Oh, so I like it. So Jordan, you're gonna
cutting Kobe. Sorry, dude. I love Kobe, man. I even got a pillow of Kobe. R.I.P. Kobe. But that's tough ones.
I like Jordan first, but the other I don't like that. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm good.
So you're Jordan, Kobe, and then cut LeBron. I know that's what you want.
I'm cutting LeBron before. I'll take Dennis.
What's
Dennis Rodman.
What's the guy from West Virginia?
Kevin Pittsnoggle.
Would you pick him over LeBron?
I don't know if I'd take Pittsnoggle over LeBron. That's a good one, but no way. I'm not taking him. But
I like it.
LeBron, if he just figure out that when his hair's balding.
So what if he balds his head? Will you like him more? Probably not.
The reason why now is that he's waited so long. And when Jordan in his early years is like, man, I got to get rid of this. And Jordan got rid of it. LeBron's
but here's the thing. This has nothing to do with basketball.
It doesn't. But right. I think it has a lot to do with being the GOAT.
Accepting the things.
Yeah. Okay. Accept it. I like it though, man, dude. I love it. All right. Got you one here. Current MVP for the NBA right now. What's going on? Like, are they they're probably midpoint, aren't they? Or not even maybe midpoint? Who's current MVP in your eyes?
Oh man, that's so tough. Jason Tatum he's a beast.
Who's he play for?
Celtics. I just don't like the Celtics, so it's hard for me to say that.
They have rich history.
Anthony Davis has really stepped it up. I mean, if we're going off the past few weeks, yeah. He's having himself like 30, 40-point games with like in the teens rebounds every single game. So
What about Luka? Didn't I see
that was my next one. Luka's he's like a triple-double machine, dude. He's so good. But the only like I said before, the only thing I don't like about Luka is he literally complains and cries after every single possession, dude. He's always up in the refs like, I don't like that, but I love how he plays. I mean, dude, he's a beast, dude.
So can I ask you a question? Does he hang out with LeBron?
They must play video games on the weekends.
Man, they'd be crying together.
Dude, drives me crazy, man. If Luka had quit doing that, dude, he would be my pick, dude, for sure. But it's just that crybaby stuff.
I'm with you on it. I don't watch. I mean, I'll watch the highlights a little bit during the week just to like kind of see it. And I'm like, I see the stats. I'm like, I saw him the other night. He had some crazy stats. It was like 17 of 20 shooting from the floor. I'm like, shit, 17 of 20? That's like almost 90%.
It's crazy. And he doesn't move fast. He's just real, like, he just knows how to get to his spot. He knows exactly what he's going to do, knows exactly what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And boom, he executes all the time. So, but, he'll go up and thinks he needs an and one every time. And it drives me crazy.
Yeah, you can't do it because here's the thing. The only guy that can do up and one is Michael Jordan. Well, he was the only guy that could do it.
Hey, and here's the thing about this. It's not a foul if it's not a foul.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Jordan, yeah, I'll give you that.
Man, it driving me crazy, boy.
So before we get to the food challenge, I know we're kind of running a little bit late, but here's the thing. This week, even though, because I'm taking control this week. You know why? Because even though I know Random does all the editing, so it's more for him.
Sten is doing the editing this week.
I ain't doing.
It's gonna be fire.
But here's the thing, guys. I throw my weight. I throw my weight.
Okay.
And Random probably knows that at the end. If we ever we're super famous or something, you know that
speak for yourself, because
I already am famous.
Oh yeah.
I love it when you call me Big Pop. Throw your hands in the air if he's a true player. Man, that's some old school stuff. All right, so I got one for you. So I know you're not a big NFL guy.
Yeah.
But I want you to tell me, from watching any NFL this year, who's the biggest bust NFL this year? Whether they were a rookie,
I already know,
or whatever. Or
I bet you'll
signing
probably
contract. Go for it.
You'll have to agree with this, probably.
Okay,
It's at least in the top 5. Russell Wilson. Good
Yes,
Lord, dude.
Guys, dude.
I feel bad for him, actually,
Man.
kind of, and I feel bad for the Broncos for in the same aspect. Holy cow, dude.
Call 911 on this guy.
Yeah, it's bad.
And it's like, he's like, oh, he gets winning, like, oh, hey, guys, well, we'll do better next week. It's like, you got paid. If I got paid $200, I will mop the floors at any facility in this country for $100,000 a year, let alone, oh, I'm going to give you a contract for this many years for $245 million.
Right. Oh, I know. Crazy, dude. They're in the upper office every day. Like, man, this was a bad idea. We should have traded for Geno Smith instead.
Go get old Geno.
Shit.
Geno's out here. Is like,
look at it right there. Oh, except he just got sacked.
He got sacked. But here's the thing, Geno.
He's still having more success than Russ.
And you know what? Here's the thing, though. Even though they're getting beat by the 49ers, who have a great defense,
yeah.
Let me tell you something. Geno Smith played college football at West Virginia University.
Did he really?
Hell yeah, he was a quarterback. What the hell's wrong with
Country
you?
roads, baby.
Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia.
You guys got to hear that song last week. Yeah. You ain't ready for it again. So, I don't know. I also think Aaron Rodgers, I hate him. So
I do not like him either.
Yeah.
No.
And I kind of wish Tom Brady would have retired last year. That's my input.
What?
I don't know. I mean, he's still the GOAT, but I just feel like he should have just wrapped it up last year. That's just my opinion. What else does he have left to prove other than he loves football and just wants to keep playing? So, but I see all the videos on the sideline and all the stuff he's dealing with his personal life. It's just
that gets
it's catching up to him, and you can see it, dude.
I mean, agree
he's just he's starting to look like, man, I wish he would have retired last year.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yes, I 100% agree with you. I think that you have to bring the personal stuff in. That's when it's time to...
Yeah, and you see, all these guys, especially the other quarterbacks that are playing him and getting the wins against him and stuff, they're definitely giving him his flowers and respect, and, like, how cool is it to say you beat Tom Brady, especially, like, Brock Purdy or whatever.
That was
Remember,
cool.
he was really...
Iowa State quarterback.
Yeah, he was really showing him love.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool, dude. I mean, Brock Purdy probably was born when Tom Brady was getting into the league or probably was already played a season or two. Yeah. So the fact that you get to play him and beat him, that's awesome. So that's cool that he's sticking around for that, but it's like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. I mean, he can do what he wants because he's Tom Brady, so.
He is.
It's just kind of like, it was like watching Michael at the end for the Wizards and watching Kobe at the end. They just couldn't move like that anymore. But they're still the GOAT. It's so cool. But
MJ, I'll tell you what. When he did that, it was just like, bro, if they would have kept that team intact for after 98 season, they would have won 10 championships.
No,
and I think everybody knows that.
Yeah.
We're never going to know because guess what? It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Why?
But you know what I'm saying, though. It's just...
Yeah, why go and do that?
At that point, just hang it up, Retire as I was a bull and I was the GOAT. And I'm the GOAT. I mean, either way, he's the GOAT, but still, it's like, why even add all that extra on?
Yeah. I'm with you, dude.
Like, I think it's because it's because it's all they've ever known.
Yes.
I mean, think about it, especially for somebody like Jordan or these guys that play a long time, like Tom Brady. When's the last time they didn't play football or basketball? It's like, so they're probably in their head like, what am I going to do? I'm just going to sit at home? Like, so.
I got you.
They're probably just, I don't know. I'm sure that's what it is.
All right, hey, so before we get to this real quick, even though we did a little bit of talk, I'm just doing like 30 seconds here because I'm very disgusted with my life in this last week. You know what we're talking about. The Steelers lost against the Ravens.
Okay.
And the run defense is absolutely atrocious, pathetic. It's been that way the whole year, the last couple of years. I'm going to tell you this, guys. overrated defense, overpaid, mediocre at best. And I think at this point, they need to get rid of Matt Cannon, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator Tyrell Austin, which he's bad. And so is Canada. And they need to clean house. I think Pickett is the answer for Pittsburgh because he does a lot of good things with his legs.
Yeah.
He's got a good arm.
He's young.
And this game this last week, minus Trubisky throwing those 3 interceptions.
You were happy when he came in. I saw you on Facebook, dude.
I was not happy. And
I
for
love
the
your- I
reason
love
of
your-
3 interceptions.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. That was actually the best game that Matt Canada called the whole year.
Really?
And you know who screwed that up and lost the game for us?
Huh.
Mitch Trubisky. Because Mitch Trubisky, 3 times in the red zone, throws these.
Trying to be the man or something,
Yeah.
or what?
So, bottom line, this is all I'm going to say. I think we have personnel changes at the administration level, which would be offense, defense, the coordinators, etc. We have to because we have clearly people who are college, whatever. If you want to say just like subpar people. I wanted to jump off of a bridge. When I say that, like, I just want to run because I was so upset. Like, this is what I was doing. Like, I remember just like watching it and I'm clenching my fists as hard as I could, thinking like, what are they doing? Their defense got ran over like it was like you put your little kid's bike out there in the front of the house and you just back your car over it 100 times. And that's what was happening in Pittsburgh. They had no game plan for it and they knew what was going to happen. So I won't talk anymore about it. Pittsburgh has all the skill players. They've got the people to do it. They don't have the coaching staff or the right mindset for it. And they've got to figure that out at all the different levels.
Yes.
For this to be successful. And hopefully Pittsburgh gets a win against Carolina Panthers this week. If not, it's not going to end up well for me.
Well, or the next episode.
Or the next
one. So my team, the Bulls, kind of in the same boat, dude.
Chicago.
They're 11-16, 4th in the Central Division. DeRozan is still killing it. It just seems like they have a lot of great players, but they just are not figuring it out together. They almost are trailing in every single game that I watch, it seems like. And then they usually come back, and then it's just the same. It's like they can't finish it out in the fourth quarter. It's like they just don't care or something. I mean, I know they do, but it's like there's no like extra second wind in the very end. You know, they're getting down to like, the past handful of games, it's like they went into overtime once. They lost a game with 0.5 seconds left. The other team hit a buzzer beater. Yeah. The other night they went into overtime, and they came back, went to overtime, and then lost. It's like, and I don't know, dude. It's just it's hard to watch because it's like I'm a fan, but at the same time, it's like, man, come on, dude.
You're not like, as far as fan, before we finish up, you're like, you watch it and stuff like that, but you're just more like the enjoyment. Like for me, like when the Steelers start, I'm like, all right, who they got as a slot corner? I'm like, all right, Cam Sutton's in there. That's okay. And then I'm like, all right, Edmonds is coming up here. And then I'm like, is that Arthur Mold? I'm like, oh my God, he can't cover anybody. But it's more of like, you do care, but I almost sometimes think they do it just to throw people off. They just want you to be like, they want you to be so upset because they know people around the country are like, the Bulls, like, you guys are terrible. Like, you should be better, which the Bulls should be. But guess what? Bottom line is the Bulls haven't been good since 1998.
Right. Well, they were good with Derrick Rose couple of years.
I know that.
And last year they were okay.
But they're not like,
they're not getting it late in the playoffs and stuff. It's just they're not putting it together, dude. This is one of their. I like this team a lot that they have, so it's fun to watch. And then it's just, I just sit there and I shake my head. Like I knew, like last night in the overtime, I'm like, there's like a minute and a half left, and then all of a sudden the other team hit a couple threes, and they were down like 8. I'm like, yeah, it's over. They gave up. You can see it.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. I'm just gonna turn the channel. Like let's watch something else. Yeah, it drives me nuts. So, anyways,
we're gonna go in here. Let them know.
This is our, how we do this. Our weekly food support love challenge, whatever you want to call it. The local love, man. Happy Joe's. Shout out to Happy Joe's. They hooked us up with some cheese sticks and some hot chicken wing pizza, I believe.
Is out here?
Well, I don't know. It should say where'd it go? Small, yeah. chicken hot wing pizza, and guess what? I added jalapenos, so hopefully it's really hot.
What is it?
Hot chicken wing pizza.
You gonna give me a piece?
Yes.
Okay. It honestly sounds horrific, but I'm gonna go. Yep, it's hot.
Oh. Oh. How was yours?
No, I'm good. You know me. Once
you get it going. I'm pretty far.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
He's like, you know me.
Oh no, guys.
It's you this
Call
time?
911. Call him.
All right, look. Here's what it looks like.
Oh.
If you don't know, now if you're from the area, you've had Happy Joe's. You know the quality fire.
Yeah.
Now, recently, a lot of Happy Joe's have closed down in the area. Clinton's still going strong, and they have no plans. They're still amping it up. They're still rolling. It's a staple in the city. Their pizza is fire. My favorite pizza from there, probably sausage, classic sausage. What about you?
Sausage? Oh, man. Here's the thing. If I could have any pizza place across America, it's Happy Joe's.
Really?
Yeah. And sausage, or guess what? Their BLT.
Their
BLT is on point. Let's go.
You know,
You can't be against that.
and we're gonna bring it back a little bit to earlier. When I threw that wiffle ball at you and it shattered the window, if we would have had a taco Happy Joe's pizza for my dad, he wouldn't have even been mad.
He would have been like, Tanner, it's okay. Instead, he was like, Tanner, what the is that? Mm-hmm. And I get you, man.
So
That's a different
this
era.
is good. You guys need to support Happy Joe's. 408 South 1st Street, Clinton, Iowa. If you want to call, get yourself some food. 242-3121. I should say 563. Ooh, that just hit me.
See,
563-242-3121. No, this isn't as hot as all the other stuff, but it's really good.
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah, it tastes real
But
good.
you know, I'm not like a hot guy.
Uh-huh.
Well, I know.
I mean, you're hot, but
The women back in the day used to call me. You know who used to call me?
Brad Pitt?
Tom Cruise. No, they definitely did not. So it's all good. But hey, can I tell you something before we go?
Well, I'm going
on a date tomorrow night.
a diet?
A date.
Oh.
Yeah. And you know what?
Well, I'm happy for you.
We're gonna have fun.
Where are you going?
I can't tell you, but we're going.
Okay. All right.
It's all right. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm going on a date.
Well,
And
first one ever.
it's my first time
I can
since
fix
I was
your
16.
I can fix your tie for you, dude.
I'm wearing some khaki pants and a pullover from Kohl's in 2004.
I've already had 3 slices of this.
That's terrible.
It's because I got plenty of room with this jacket on button.
God, you're good. Love it.
Have you go, baby.
Before we go here, I know we went a little bit longer, but here's the thing: the feedback that we've gotten, and I'm just going to say this and then you can add to this. I've had a lot of people say, several people, not a lot, but have said that they really, oh man, you guys could go longer, you can get into depth into different things, etc. Just a lot of love from people from different places, and
My mouth is hot now.
yeah, I know, dude. You're terrible at this stuff. God, good God. I appreciate all your guys' support. Seriously, get us on. I say get me. You can get me on my personal Facebook page, Random Tanners. His personal page.
I have
Honeywell
about
Heroes
100 social
Podcast.
medias, yeah.
Yeah,
All you got to do is go to honeywellheroes.com. Don't forget that. It's the easiest thing ever. Honeywellheroes.com, and it has all our social medias. And it also has every place that you can watch or listen to our podcast. So, I mean, we got our TikTok, Snapchat, all that stuff on there. You want to add us on there, literally go to honeywellheroes.com.
Just go to keep rolling with us. And like I said, if you got comments, suggestions, throw it to us so we can keep doing this. We don't want to do a guest each week because we want to still be able to kind of do what we did this week. Not like how he's dying, but yeah, spice it up, change things. I would say that's not his first snack of the night, guys. So I think you guys understand that. And
well, I go by Random Tanner, and this is
JP Stenda, and we are signing off for tonight. And
episode. You know what episode this is? 6. It's in the books, baby.
I was forgetting. It's 6.
It's official like a referee with a whistle, baby. Oh.